If you want a college degree, but you want to earn it faster and you want to save a whole bunch of money on tuition, one of the biggest mistakes you can make is choosing the wrong school. The problem is, as you're searching for schools, you start seeing advertisements everywhere, and every university claims to be the greatest thing ever. So what do you need to look out for? There are a lot of things that schools advertise that make their schools sound far better than they actually are. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through some of these red flags so that you know how to not choose the wrong school. If you choose the right school, you can graduate years faster and save a fortune in tuition and walk away with a respected college degree and move on to your dream life. If you do want to earn a college degree faster and save a bunch on tuition, just like the video and subscribe to the channel. Let's jump over to my computer screen and I'll walk you through some things that have been on my mind. The first one, and the reason I'm bringing this up, is because I've been seeing University of Phoenix ads everywhere, and they advertise a couple of things. It's so much easier to get started with University of Phoenix than you would ever imagine. There's no application fee. We don't require SAT scores or ACT scores. Most people can get in, right? They also advertise graduate faster for less. That's not necessarily true though. A couple things I want to point out. Number one, most universities run promotions where they waive the application fee. So you shouldn't have to pay an application fee anywhere. Having said that, let's say you do have to pay an application fee and it costs you $60, which is pretty normal for an application fee. Would you rather save $60 and attend the wrong school and pay way more in tuition down the road? Or would you rather pay a $60 application fee and end up in a school where you can graduate years faster and get that pay raise sooner because you're done with college? Well, obviously the $60 shouldn't mean anything. So don't let those types of advertisements fool you. The next thing, SAT and ACT scores. Most online schools don't require SAT and ACT scores. So when you hear universities asking or advertising that you don't need those and that you can get in, well, most other schools are the same as well. Now, one thing I want to go into, graduate faster for less. Well, graduating faster for less is usually done through competency-based education programs. Well, University of Phoenix does have one, and a lot of schools, competency-based education means you can test out of classes at your own pace, and you can go through as many classes as you want per semester. Well, for University of Phoenix, there's some fine print. You can take 4 courses every 4 months. Well, guess what? A traditional semester is like 4 months, and you're normally taking 4 courses. You're just doing these 4 courses in 4 months at your own pace, but you still can't complete more than 4 courses in 4 months. Now, I talked about this in one of my other videos, and a commenter said, hey, that's not true. They gave me provisional acceptance to do 5 courses in 4 months. Well, fine. You maybe possibly can do 5 courses in 4 months. Well, here's the thing. Some schools allow you to do 20 courses in 4 months or 30 or 40. It doesn't, that's not a good deal, okay? Another thing, they charge you per credit, $300 per credit. So if somehow magically you were able to work the system and earn 40 credits or 40 classes, finish 40 classes in one semester, which is basically your entire college degree. Well, you're still paying per credit, so you're paying 4 years of tuition no matter how fast you graduate. So it's really not cheaper. Yes, their traditional program is like $350 a credit, and this is $300 a credit. Fine, it's a little bit cheaper, but let's say instead of paying 50 grand for your degree, you're paying 40 grand. That's still way, way too much, okay? Another school I want to talk about, and by the way, when I'm showing these, there are schools, you need to look carefully. There are schools with flat rate tuition, so they charge per semester, and then instead of 4 courses every 4 months, they let you finish unlimited courses every semester. So when you're only paying a flat rate for a semester, and you can finish unlimited classes per semester at your own pace, guess what? You can earn a college degree for the price of 1 or 2 semesters. And that saves you a ton of money. Now, another thing, schools are always advertising cheaper, right? University of the People is probably the prime example of cheaper because they offer 100% online tuition-free degree programs, okay? That's not technically true. Their business model is a little bit different. Now, University of the People, first off, they advertise that they're accredited. Yes, they are accredited, but they're not regionally accredited. So they have like the lowest form of accreditation. And people might comment on this video, oh, well, they've applied for regional accreditation. Yes, they have, but it still hasn't been approved. So they, as of right now, they are not a regionally accredited university, and that makes a difference. That makes it harder to get into high-level graduate programs. And some employers, a lot of employers actually care about that kind of thing. Okay. Now, the business model is different. They say it's tuition free, which technically it is. Okay. Basically, you're allowed to take the classes for free. You don't have to pay a tuition to take the classes, but to take the exam and actually get credit for the class, you then have to pay the fee to get the credit. So you're paying the fee later. You can learn for free, but if you actually want credit for the class, guess what? You have to pay. Now it is cheaper. It's $5,000 or $6,000 for an entire bachelor's degree. Here's the catch though. Their average graduation time is like more than 5 years for a bachelor's degree. There are schools where you can earn a bachelor's degree in 6 months or 12 months for pretty close to the same price. So I understand there are going to be people barking at this video saying, well, it's cheaper, it's cheaper. Yeah, it's cheaper, but other schools are cheaper too, and they're not going to take you 5 years, and they are regionally accredited. Okay, so like some big things that University of the People says is their education is top class and their instructors are amazing. That might be true, but if it takes you 5 years to earn a degree, guess what? Education, like we can self-educate. There are amazing educational resources all across the world, and we can learn anything at any time from really, really good sources. Okay, so that shouldn't be really a selling point. Like, hey, our teachers are great, but we're not regionally accredited, and it's going to take you 5+ years to earn your degree. It's just not as good as it seems. So a couple things that I would look for, and that I did personally look for searching for a school. I earned my bachelor's degree in 9 months with a full-time job and kids and a family to take care of, basically in my free time. And I've seen people earn degrees like in as little as like 3 months. Okay. So you can do it really, really quickly. Number one, you need to find programs that are 100% competency-based, which means you can test out of classes. You can move 100% at your own pace. You're in control of everything. Okay. I prefer schools that offer you just pass one exam and you get credit for the class. A lot of schools, you'll do a series of projects and then you'll get credit for the class. I prefer the one exam per class. Now, another thing is zero cap on how many classes you can finish in each semester. Okay. That's important as well. Another thing I like to see is flat rate tuition instead of cost per credit. Flat rate tuition makes it so that as you're in control and you graduate faster, you pay less. Cost per credit means it doesn't matter how fast you graduate, you're still paying for 4 years of tuition. Okay. Another thing that should be bare minimum, regional accreditation. Okay. If the school's not regionally accredited, it's harder to transfer credits to other schools. It's harder to get into really good master's programs. And a lot of employers look into the quality of accreditation with the university. So that's important. If it's the same price for a school that's not regionally accredited and a school that is, the school that's regionally accredited opens more doors for you. So why not choose that school, especially if you're going to graduate faster? So these are some things to look at. Now I'm going to leave a link to another video in the bottom corner. I'm just going to pop it up, bottom corner of this video, where I walk through some schools that you can consider. Now, the reason I'm not going into schools in this particular video is there's not time. I don't want to take too much of your time. But I do want you to have the option to watch that other video. Another thing is there are a ton of schools that allow you to do this. So I don't want you to be capped at just a couple of schools because it depends on the major you're choosing and where you live. Maybe you want to go to a school that's closer to where you live, things like that. There are a lot of schools that offer really solid programs where you can earn a bachelor's degree in like months, okay? Another thing I would look for, make sure you actually are allowed to earn a bachelor's degree in less than a year. If you can't and you're trying to accelerate your degree, choose another school because it's going to be better, okay? Now, once you've chosen the right school, the next step is to take the learning and put it into your own hands because just choosing the right school, schools are going to tell you what they want you to do, and if you do it their way, it's going to take you longer. Taking control of your own education, putting it into your own hands, I call that degree hacking. I'm going to leave a link down below in the video description to my degree hacking tutorial you can go watch for free. No, I'm going to leave this video down in the bottom corner where you can look at other schools if you would like. I hope this video has added value to your day, and I will talk to you in the next video.